Ooni of Ife allegedly, they said he fired a maiden for spreading false news about Dr. Elizabeth and pregnancy. You know, if you have been following this gist, around last week, there was a time they said Dr. Elizabeth and Tobi had an issue. And Tobi blasted Elizabeth, telling her that, look, oh, if you love Queen Naomi the way you claim to, that if you really want Queen Naomi and the Ooni of Ife to be together, one is that you shouldn't have come to this marriage. Secondly, is that you shouldn't be going from one church to the other, looking for fruit of womb to bear a child for the king. That is what Tobi told Dr. Elizabeth. And they said Dr. Elizabeth in response told her that at least it is better that she is seeking for the face of God, for the fruit of womb. What of you that is moving from one mamalawo to babalawo, from one babalawo to the other? Do you think there is light from that angle you are moving? You know? So, but this alone, they said this thing bothered Dr. Elizabeth so much because she never imagined that Tobi could say a thing like that to her. And if Tobi should do it, how did Tobi got to know that she is going to churches? Because according to her, she's not a friend to Tobi. She's not moving in line with Tobi, as in, but they should know that as long as there are maidens and the guards and the servants in that palace, that their secrets are not safe. Yes, so then when they started the investigation, how Tobi got to know about all of this, that is how they got to know that this particular maid is the person who leaked the information. According to the gist, they said how the maid know about it is because they said on one of the occasions, Dr. Elizabeth wanted to go for shopping and as well went to one church like that. And they say it has been just the church. Oh. It's not as if she's moving from one church to the other like Tobi said it. But when I know say she would want to say it in a way that it will hurt her. It will hurt Dr. Elizabeth, you know. But from what we heard, it is not from one church to another. Every person have his or her own church. Even though some of them are using churches to cover up. Because if you ask Rokena, she will tell you that she goes to church. You know, Mariam, we know her to be a Muslim. And if you ask someone like Tobi, she will tell you, my pastor, my prophet, my prophetess, whereas they are doing something bad. Anyways, there is no saint in this life anyway. Let's not just go there. So, they said when Dr. Elizabeth want to go to this church, that they went out with two cars. One was carrying her, two was carrying this maiden with other people. And their aim of going together is such that when they drop her in the church, they will go to Ojaja Mall and pick the items that she will be needing in the palace. Before she will finish up in the church, these people must have finished up in the Ojaja Mall and come to pick her from the church so that they will go back to the palace. That was how they planned it, and that was how they went on that vacation, on that occasion. Then they said when they dropped Dr. Elizabeth on their way going to that Ojaja Mall to pick the items, because they said the list of the items that they should pick is with that particular maiden. It simply means that the maiden is close to Dr. Elizabeth. Yes, and that is why she can open her mouth and talk rubbish. They said while they were there, she started praying a kind of, hey, may God help Dr. Elizabeth, or let her bear her own child, or so that she will stop frequenting the church and all of that. Something like that. And you know, other maidens are in that car with some guards. Maybe that was how the information got spread, and maybe they started talking about it in the palace. You know, maidens, you know, servants. They would want to entertain themselves with Oga and the Madam matter, you know. So while they were talking about it in the palace, maybe that is how Tobi got to know about it. That she used it to insult Dr. Elizabeth. So they said when after Toby told Dr. Elizabeth that, they said Dr. Elizabeth did not take it lightly. She was so disturbed about it, such that they said she complained to the king and even Queen Naomi. Then Ooni of Ife told her that, look, oh, in as much as she's not happy about it, he promised her that he is going to find out how that information got to Toby, and that was why they started the investigation, you know. And they said Queen Naomi told her that, look, oh, this is just a small thing. Of course, it's a small thing, because if you want to be in that palace, you kind of go and sewed a cloth called how do I put it? Just ignorance, as in ignore everything that comes up there. That if you must learn to ignore things, that if you put things to heart the way you just did, that it simply means that you are not going to last in that palace. Because for you to succeed there, you must always let go. You must just see what they are doing as nothing. Even if it hurts you, you must not let them know that you are hurt by what they said to you. Because if they know that telling you this thing breaks you down, they will do it over and over and over again, because their main aim is to see you down. So they said Queen Naomi advised her that the best thing to do is to let go of those things. Even if they tell you something worse than that, you just pretend as if it doesn't hurt. You know? But that is the only way out, though, because for this palace, the only thing you can see is backbiting. They want to bring, as in every opportunity you have to bring the another person down, they do it. So for you to live here, hey, you must go and you know, get your bulletproof. And one of these bulletproof includes ignoring everything that comes from both your co-wife, the elders, the guards, the servants, because they will always say, they will always talk. It is certain. It is their job. So when Ooni got to know that this information got leaked to this lady, they said she fired the lady and warned her never to come close to the palace again. You see, this issue of making the servant take oath, I don't see the possibility. Oh. They might take the oath, but are they going to keep to the oath? That is another thing you should ask yourself. I don't know, but whichever way, the only thing that matters is that anyone that is in this palace should know that there is battle, and you must be strong to fight the battle to win. So guys, when I hear this, I say, now, wow, this life, balance. Guys, I want to remind you that these are all alleged information, okay? I do not live in the palace. Always bear that in mind. Thanks for watching. Please help me share this video and give my video a thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. I love you guys. Bye for now.